And we're back here on the GSMC Baseball Podcast, bringing you our second segment, which is going to be continuing our Friday Power Rankings here, going over numbers 11 to 20. But before we do that, I'd like to ask you again to please like and follow the show. We do get a number of questions from viewers, so to ensure that your question does get read in the air, please use the link, GSMC Podcast on net. It really does help the show, and it really does mean a lot, so thank you so much for that. And let's get back into the show for today. All right, so going over our 11 to 20 portion of the power rankings here. We just did numbers 1 to 10, the elite of the elite, as I would say. So, we'll be going into 11 to 20 here. So, starting off at number 11, we have from the NL, the San Diego Padres. Now, the Padres are very much in the NL wildcard discussion right now. I believe have a spot at the time I'm recording this, and I assume it'll be posted. And yeah, the Padres have been really good this year. They have a ton of talent. I mean, I don't know if there's a team with more talent than the Padres. I mean, maybe the Dodgers, someone, but just the name value they have has been pretty incredible. Your lineup is great. Guys like Luis Campusano, Jay Cronenworth, Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis Jr., Jackson Merrill, Luis Arias, Jurickson Profar has been insane this year. So a lot of talent on this Padres team. Pitching core has been really nice, even though it has been injured, with guys like Dylan Cease, Joe Musgrove, Yu Darvish, Michael King, Matt Waldron. So there's a lot to like on this Padres team. I do have them at number 11 here. In my opinion, even though there are a ton of NL teams kind of stacked together within the wild card right now, I really do think that the Padres, the Diamondbacks, and the Mets, those three really are the three teams that stand out for me out of all the two teams fighting for. Out of all these teams fighting for two spots, because we know that 1 to 4 is set. 1 is going to be the Phillies. 1 to 3 is going to be some combination of the Phillies, Dodgers, and Brewers, and then 4 will be the Braves. I think that's pretty clear. I'd be shocked if that doesn't happen. And then 5 to 6 is where it really gets interesting, because you have a ton of NL teams fighting out for one spot, and I really do think the Padres, Mets, and Diamondbacks, like I said, are the teams that stand out, and you'll see that reflected on my list. So we're going over it more, but yeah, right now the Padres are ahead in the wild card spot, and I do have them here at number 11, just missing the top 10. I think this team is really fantastic. Number 12 is one of the hottest teams of baseball currently, a team that has honestly proven me wrong a little bit, the Astros. Now, the Astros, you may say, how have they proven you wrong? They've been bad. Well, I thought they were done. I really did not think that the way they started the year, there was any coming back for that. I really did not think that they would be able to. I really did not think there would be a way to get back from that awful start they did. I thought there was too many flaws in their team. I just really did not think they were that good, to be honest, and they've proven me wrong. They've done much better as of recently. Guys finally started to step up, mainly Hunter Brown. Brown's become a real fixture in that rotation right now, and Verlander will come back soon, and he's been solid, so you're not going to have Verlander. You're going to have Brown. You're going to have Ronald Blanco, Framber Valdez. That's a really solid front four, and that the pitching rotation really was I was worried about. So with those four coming in, with guys like Alex Bregman performing better in the offensive side, this Astros team is becoming the Astros team that we've known and loved for this past few years. Maybe not loved. I know some people haven't liked them because, bang bang and all that. But this Astros team has been very impressive over the past few weeks. Again, I think Hunter Brown coming together and locking in to be the guy that we thought he could be coming up as a prospect has been very, very important to this Astros team, and that is why I do have them here at number 12. They've been very, very impressive. Number 13, I have one of the teams I was just mentioning, the New York Mets. The Mets' ascension over these past few weeks has been very, very impressive. They did hit a little bit of a road bump, not winning a series against the Nationals. They split it, which is not great because it's the Nationals. But the thing about the Mets is their offense is incredible. Their pitching staff has a ton of depth, maybe even, I'd say, more than most teams. They have, I'd say, around 9 or 10 guys right now that I, as a Mets fan, would feel confident in making an MLB start. So that's, I think that's something that really is not talked about enough. The pitching that they have, we've heard rumors that they could trade from it because of how much they have. Trade a guy like Sean Manaea, Luis Severino, Jose Quintana. But the Mets, even though they did lose those 2 games in a row to the Nationals, coming up with a big series now against the Pirates, their problems are very fixable and their problems are very known. It's their bullpen. Their bullpen stinks. Their bullpen is bad, bad, bad. But the thing is, you can always fix a bullpen. You can find arms that are good for a few months because bullpen arms are so volatile. They switch on and off. You're getting Edwin Diaz back soon. You're getting Kodai Senga back to the rotation soon, which should help the bullpen. If you might have some guys like Tyler McGill, David Peterson move there. You have guys in the minor leagues like Eric Orris who could potentially come up. You have the trade possibilities in the market. I mean, there's so many guys, so many people from the Marlins, from the Tigers, that you could trade to get for your arm. So many guys from the A's. So even though the Mets do have problems, they blew 2 leads in a row against the Nationals. Their bullpen is fixable. We know what the problem is, and I really do like this Mets team still. I do think they are going to end up at least very close to a playoff spot, if not making it. So, yeah, I think this team has been very, very impressive. Their offense is absolutely incredible. I mean, it's been so good. Really, since Francisco Lindor moved to the leadoff spot, they've been absolutely great. And, yeah, I have them here at number 13. 14, I have the Red Sox. The Red Sox have been insanely impressive this year. You have guys right now in your rotation that have been very, very good. Guys like Tanner Houck, guys like Cutter Crawford, Garrett Whitlock. They have had some injury bug as of recently, but those guys have been great. The offense has been good as well with guys like Rafi Devers, Connor Wong, Jaron Duran having really great seasons. Mainly Connor Wong and Jaron Duran finally breaking out and becoming great players has been very impressive. So a lot to like with this Red Sox team. Not much that I thought I would like before the season, but they have been very impressive, really proving me wrong, and have been very, very impressive this year. Number 15, I have the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, the Cardinals right now are in the second wild card spot, so I couldn't put them any lower. I'm just not a huge fan of them, but they've proven me wrong. I mean, you've had some good offensive contributions from your core in the past few weeks. You picked up Michael Ciani off of waivers, been very, very impressive. Brendan Donovan has been really good these past few weeks. Your rotation has still been good. I don't know when it's going to regress, but it's got to happen soon. I mean, that top three is really great with Sonny Gray, Lance Lynn, and Kyle Gibson, even though Lynn and Gibson I don't think are going to continue to be that good, and Gibson has fought some injury problems. So overall, this Cardinals team has been impressive. Their offense has been better as of recently, but I do think that the team below them, 16, the Arizona Diamondbacks, are a better team. It's just right now, the way the Cardinals have been playing, the way their record looks, I couldn't put them any lower than this. It might be ruffling some feathers even still with putting the Mets at 13 when they're not even a wild card spot and they're below 500, but if you've watched the Mets these past few weeks, you'll see why. But yeah, this Diamondbacks team I still absolutely love. I think once they get healthy, they really are going to be a team that you really do not want to mess with. This rotation when healthy is going to be absolutely incredible. Zach Gallen, Brandon Pfaadt, Eduardo Rodriguez, Jordan Montgomery, Merrill Kelly. I mean, that's 5 great pitchers in that rotation. You have some amazing offensive pieces as well, like Ketel Marte has been absolutely fantastic. Christian Walker, Gabby Moreno. You also have Corbin Carroll, who I think is going to get better eventually. He has to, right? Alec Thomas is also in center field there as well. Jock Peterson's been great at the DH position. So a lot to like about the Diamondbacks team. I think I like them more than really a regular person does or a regular baseball fan does. But I've been on their train since really the preseason, since they did end up making the World Series, of course. I thought that they've had a really, really great team. A lot of talent here, and I do have them at number 16. And people may say I'm being a little crazy for that. I'm kind of overestimating them, but I really like what this team is doing right now. I love the talent they have here, and yeah, I think this is a fair spot. At 17, I have the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays are very mediocre. They just made a trade, potentially selling off one of their pieces in Aaron Savali. Really, I don't think that really means they're selling, but I think they definitely could. You have a lot of pieces to sell, like Zach Littell, Zach Eflin, who could both get very, very good returns back. Maybe even trade some more from bigger pieces like Randy Rosarena, Isaac Paredes. So I still think this Rays team is very good. I just don't think with how they're going, they are going to be good for much longer, because I think they're gearing towards selling, and I think that's honestly the right decision. But they've been better as of recently. Once their pitchers come back, guys like Jeffrey Springs, Shane McClanahan, whenever that is. I don't think it'll be soon, but whenever that is, you got Shane Baz back. Obviously moved on from Aaron Savali after that trade. So lots to like about this Rays team, but they are going to be selling soon, and it does not look like they'll be competitive for much longer. 18, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates have struggled as of recently, losing series to the Braves, to the Cardinals, but I still really like the talent on this team. Again, the top 3 of that rotation really is just untouchable. Paul Skeens, Mitch Keller, Jared Jones. You have other young prospects coming up for the pitching, like Anthony Solometo, Bubba Chandler, so this pitching is going to be absolutely incredible. They need to find some bats, though. I mean, other than Connor Joe, Brian Reynolds, I don't really see anyone that might be a long-term piece there. Brian Hayes plays great defense, but I don't know if that's really what you want right now. So they need to find some bats. Once they do that, they'll be very, very good. I'm looking at this team next year as a team that really is going to do some damage, and I'm very excited to see what the future looks like with them. Big series coming up with the Mets, two NL wildcard hopefuls. important series for both teams. I really think this could be a do-or-die series with the Mets. If they lose this, they might have to change track on their season. We'll have to see, but going to be very interesting to watch. Paul Skeens tonight, so excited to watch him, especially against my team. If you watch the show enough, you know I'm a Mets fan, but you see the Mets jersey right there. So I'm very excited to watch that and very interested to see what the matchup does look like today. Just excited for some great baseball. 19, we have the Pirates and our central rival, the Cincinnati Reds, another team I was very high on before the season that has not done as great. I mean, this Reds team has been injured to hell and back, but they have gotten some guys back. They've gotten Novelli Marte back, so some of their depth is returned, but their pitching hasn't been as great with guys on and off the injured list all year. Hunter Green, Nick Lodolo, Frankie Montas, good top three, but Lodolo's been injured. Montas, I think, is going to be traded and hasn't been that great either, so bullpen is nice. Guys like Brent Suter, Alexis Diaz back there, Sam Mole as well. So a lot of nice pieces. I mean, the hitting core is obviously incredible with Novelli Marte, Ellie De La Cruz, who's probably going to be an all-star. So a lot to like here on this Reds team. Just have not been able to put it all together for whatever reasons. Really, I think it's injuries. Matt McClain getting hurt before the season was a big one. So yeah, have the Reds at 19 here, but I think they're better when they're healthy. That's a sentence that sounds pretty stupid. Because every team is better when they're healthy. The Reds are significantly better when they're healthy, and they need to get healthy. So that's what I'll say. I think really next year is the year when everything goes right. I would not be surprised if they end up winning this NL Central. And at 20, ending off this portion, I have the San Francisco Giants. The Giants are a team who, simply put, does not have a ton of hitting talent. Some guys have stepped up in recent weeks, like Patrick Bailey, Elliot Ramos. The pitching is really nice with Logan Webb there, Kyle Harrison, but at the same time, just they need to get some more hitters. I think this team is very, very mediocre, and that's why I do end up having them here at number 20. So yeah, that is our 11 to 20 portions of our power rankings here. Going over it again, 11 San Diego Padres, 12 Houston Astros, 13 New York Mets, 14 Boston Red Sox, 15 St. Louis Cardinals, 16 Arizona Diamondbacks, 17 Tampa Bay Rays, 18 Pittsburgh Pirates, 19 Cincinnati Reds, 20 San Francisco Giants. Yeah, that is it for our 11 to 20 portions of our power rankings. Moving into our third segment, which is going to be talking about the 21 to 30 portions of the power rankings. Yeah, just continuing this, and we'll be seeing you after the break. So thanks, and bye.
Looking for your daily fix of sports talk without having to pay for it? GSMC Sports Network is available on YouTube. Just search GSMC Sports Network. Get your